So, Conor McGregor vs Max Holloway ended in heartbreak. Conor's knee is gone, his ACL or something in there just snapped, and the fight was over before it even really started. And already we've got conspiracy theorists coming out of the woodworks. He was injured beforehand. This was planned. He did it to get out of the fight. Look, I don't know about all that. But since we're on the topic of Conor McGregor conspiracy theories, I want to bring up my own. This man is not 5'9", bro. I'm sorry, he's not. If he is, this is the tallest 5'9" motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. And you might hear that and you might think, what are you talking about? Kinda, he's on the shorter side. And yeah, I agree, he's not tall. I'm not saying he's like 6 foot or something. I'm just saying, I don't think he's 5'9", or at the very least, if he is 5'9", then half the UFC roster's lying about their height, bro. I don't care. I have proof. What better way to figure it out than a simple height comparison? Let's start with Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez is listed at 5'9", and Conor McGregor was noticeably taller than him. Now, by itself, that doesn't prove much because fighter heights, I mean, they're inaccurate all the time. And when you look at Eddie's face-off with, say, a Dustin Poirier, who's also listed at 5'9", Dustin is noticeably taller than Eddie too. So already, I'm thinking Eddie is probably more like, I don't know, 5'8", which is fine, that happens. UFC heights are weird. But then we compare Conor to Dustin. I know you might think of like the ceremonial weigh-in face-off where Dustin looks about the same height, if not taller than Conor. But Dustin in this photo, he has shoes on. Conor is barefoot, so that face-off there doesn't really count. If we look at them in the actual octagon, no shoes, I have to use the second fight because in the first and third fights, Conor isn't standing straight. He's doing the Karate Kid stance gimmick. But in the second fight, when they're actually standing there straight, Conor looks like a solid inch taller than Dustin, does he not? These two are not the same height. I'm sitting here looking at this like, what the fuck? Because Dustin looked taller than both Chandler and Eddie. Those guys look more like the actual 5'8" range. So now we've got a problem. Unless half the roster's lying and Conor's the only honest man in the UFC, which I doubt. I mean, Conor is not 5'9", bro. Now let's look at Floyd Mayweather. Here's Conor facing off of Floyd Mayweather, and then there's Shane Mosley facing off of Floyd Mayweather. Both are apparently 5'9". I mean, someone's lying, bro. Someone is lying. I don't know who, because they did not look the same height next to Floyd. Then we got the people listed at 5'10". The most famous one, look at Conor next to Khabib. Khabib is listed at 5'10", and Conor, he does not look an inch shorter. I mean, they look fucking close, bro. They're pretty even. Maybe it's just how Conor's head is shaped or something. I mean, look at his jaw. His jaw starts lower, but their brows are at the same height. I mean, maybe he's just got like a giant fucking head. His skull is huge, and maybe it just makes him look taller than it should. We also have him next to Mike Tyson. Conor looks basically the same height as him too. Now, maybe that's because Mike is older. He could have shrunk a bit. That's possible. I'll give you that one. But then we get to 5'11". Look at Conor next to GSP, bro. What am I looking at? GSP is listed at 5'11". And yeah, he looks a bit taller, but not by some fucking massive amount. Again, I generally think Conor's big ass head is doing half that. I think it's doing all the heavy lifting here. Because if you look at his shoulders, GSP's frame is clearly bigger. But then Conor's head just makes up that difference. He's got such a, I don't know, big buff head. And then the most recent one, his face off with Max Holloway. Max Holloway is listed at 5'11". Now, tell me, does this look like a 2-inch height difference? Be honest, because to me, it doesn't. I'm not saying Conor's 5'11". I don't think he is. But 5'9", I don't know, man. That doesn't look like a 5'9" man next to a 5'11" man. I'm just saying. I mean, then you got Conor McGregor next to Cowboy Cerrone, who is 6'1". You got him next to David Beckham, who's listed as 6 foot. Look at him next to Justin Bieber, who's listed at 5'9". Look at him next to Adesanya, who's 6'4". Obviously, Adesanya towers over him. I'm not insane. But look at Adesanya facing off with these opponents here. I'm just saying, Conor looks slightly taller than he should in every single comparison. There's even an old fight where Conor was listed at 5'11". I think it was the Diego fight. Now, to be fair, that was probably just a bad measurement because they even got the reach wrong by an inch. I mean, he's got a 74-inch reach, not 73. So I'm not going to take that as gospel. But still, someone measured this man and they figured he was 5'11". I don't think Conor is 5'11", but I definitely don't think he's 5'9". My theory is Conor McGregor is 5'10", or maybe he really is just 5'9", and he's literally the tallest 5'9" man to ever exist. I don't know. Maybe it's his fucking aura or something. I don't get it. Maybe he got leg extension surgery and that's why they keep breaking. I don't know. It's always been weird to me how Conor just has like some of the weirdest height mogs you'll ever see. He constantly looks taller than guys who are supposed to be like the same height or even taller. I I just don't get it. So yeah, that's my that's my Conor McGregor conspiracy theory. Let me know what you guys think. Is he 5'9"? Is he 5'10"? Is he shorter? I don't know. Tell me what you think. Anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like. Yeah, I'll catch you later.